Quick video on the campaign renamer and portfolio remapper. So what you want to do, load up a bulk file. So I've already selected one here and loaded it up. Come in and filter for your campaigns that you want to adjust. So you can either do that here through the search if you've got some keywords in your campaign titles, or you can always come in here, filter for all your campaigns. You might want to filter out anything that's paused or basically just anything you don't want to adjust. I'm going to select all these for the sake of this and then come up to utilities, rename campaigns. All right, you can set up different kind of default nomenclature here. This single keyword option will add the keyword in the campaign name if it's a single keyword campaign. You can add custom, you can add your brand name, a bunch of different stuff. You can just kind of toggle it on and then move it around, and if you want to adjust the date format, you can do that. Hit save. Same thing with your ad group name. If I didn't want the SKU and I wanted the ASIN, I could swap that out. So I'm going to leave it like that. All right, and then here you can see kind of the before and after. It's going to plug in the match type if you've got that set up in your campaign name. You can see this one's a single keyword campaign, so it added the keyword. So pretty intuitive. Just hit rename campaigns once you're ready to make the adjustments. It will take a second. You'll get this confirmation, and then you can scroll over to the right. There'll be a yellow column that adds the new campaign name. You're not actually going to see it change here yet. You've got to upload your bulk file first for those changes to take place. If I clear things out, I could see the ad group level. I don't have that entity, but it would show up in yellow as well. All right, so you need to do this kind of each sheet at a time. So you'd have to do it 4 times if you want to update your both sponsored brands and then your sponsored display sheet. But once you get that done, you can essentially upload one bulk file. I'm going to do the portfolios here real quick and then I'll kind of demo that. So I've still got these same campaigns selected. Let's pretend I want to also remap some portfolios. You do have a portfolio sheet tab here, a sheet that you can look at. It's got the IDs, but this just kind of reassigns things automatically. So if I click on this, you can see it's got all of these campaigns here that I've got selected, listed. Now what you do have to do is you have to it's kind of like a 2-step approach. So this search is nice because if you have current portfolios with a phrase in it, you can search that up. So like if I have, right now I have just dummy names, but I search the number 1, you can see all these that came up with number 1. So if I select all now and say I want to send all of these now to portfolio 10, I do it like that, hit assign, and you can see now it kind of moves them over, and then just hit apply remap. All right, and then same type of deal. You've got this new portfolio ID for just the ones that had the number 1 in it. So, you know, if you want to remap all of those portfolio IDs, you just kind of redo that 2-step sequence in the sidebar until they were all finished. All right, and then like I mentioned, you'd want to go if you want to do your entire account next and just go over to the next sheet. Okay, and then redo that process. So filter for campaigns that you want to change, go through the process, and then once you're completely ready, you can essentially upload this entire 4-sheet file, and it's going to make all the adjustments in bulk. So I would just come up, you want to make sure you don't have anything filtered because it is kind of a smart export. If you do have something filtered, it's only going to export what's filtered, and that allows you to kind of customize your export files. So right now I have nothing selected, and I want to clear the filter. So you can also use this button up here if it's grayed out, it means it's, you know, everything's cleared. So now come up, create export. All right, the original values is the only option here because I never ran any bid rules. This is the one you would want to choose anyway, though, if you did a kind of a renaming, just because you wouldn't want to impact your current bids. This is also useful if you're just basically adjusting anything but bids. That's kind of what this mode is for. Current sheet is only going to export this current sheet we're on, so we'd actually want to change it to buy sheets, and then you can see it's got all 4 sheets selected there. If you only wanted to do sponsor display, you could go like that at this point, but we would want to file with all of our options there. Just click export. Now I have this sheet open. The main columns that matter when you're talking about renaming is going to be this column J and K. So you can see it's campaign name, ad group name. You can see we've changed them here in these, and they're actually different than what they currently were. So when we upload this file, these are going to become the new the new campaign names and the new ad group names. And then likewise for portfolio, it's this ID here that we actually made the edit on. So then the next download file we have, this portfolio, will have that new name. So hopefully that makes sense, guys. Pretty easy. See you on the next one. Cheers.